Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday and the 10 a.m. class. So in this live class today, we will be doing a gentle yoga for the hips, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So whether you know it or not, if you sit for long periods of time, whether you are a driver or you work at a desk, and you don't get up and move around very much with your legs, you may notice that your hamstrings feel cramped often. And that's just because they're weak. They're not getting the exercise that they need. And that's just from sitting. You may also notice that your hips may be cramping because your knees are up. When you sit in the same position for long periods of time, you get that muscle memory. So that muscle memory causes you to have some stiffness sometimes. So we have to undo those stuck movements. And today we're going to focus on just the glutes, the hamstrings, and the hips. And it'll be gentle. There'll be a lot of deep breathing. So I hope that you can join us today. So when you're ready, find a quiet place in your home or in the space where you are and come to a comfortable position on your mat. If you don't have very flexible hips and knees, go ahead and grab a pillow or some blankets and sit up on top of the blankets. If you have blocks, that's great. If you don't have blocks, you can find anything to help hold your knees up off the ground so that you don't have too much pain. We'll be using the pillow and the blocks throughout the class, so just keep them nearby. You can also use a foam roller to help prop up your legs, whatever you have. So find a comfortable or not so uncomfortable cross-legged position on your mat. And close your eyes, resting your hands on your knees or bringing your left hand on top of your right, resting your wrists right near your hips. If you find yourself slouching or rounding in the back, try to sit up nice and tall, not only to engage the lower back muscles, but to engage the abdominals and the lower abdominals, like you're lifting your ribs out of your hips. Close your eyes and take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Again, a nice slow deep inhale, but fill the lungs completely. And then hold your breath for just a moment as you cannot inhale anymore. And then exhale through the mouth like you're trying to fog a mirror. 3 more like that. In through the nose, slowly. Hold. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. 1 more. Inhale through the nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. And open your eyes. So we're going to do some deep stretches for the lower back. When the lower back starts to stretch, then you'll feel some release in the hips because we have this muscle called the psoas muscle that starts at the sits bone, or like right there in those bones, your bones at the bottom of your hip, the hip bowl, and they wrap around the inside of the hip and attach to the middle and lower back. So when we start to stretch the lower back, it starts to ease some stiffness in the hips and deep within the hip sockets, especially on that front side. So we're going to take the right hand down to the mat and inhale, stretch your left arm over your head. Gazing up. Now really push out through that left side. 3 deep breaths, just like we started breathing. Into the nose and out through the mouth. When we breathe this way, there's more of a sense of release with the exhale. Into the nose. Soften, let go on the exhale through the mouth. 2. Exhale. 3. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches over the head, look up. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And inhale, come up. And exhale, release. So if you're sitting on the pillow, you can stay seated on the pillow if you want. If you are feeling comfortable on the pillow, you may want to move it away. We're going to do some more deep stretches in the hips and glutes. So we're going to first take the right leg and bring it across the left thigh. And drop down into your right hip, trying to ground that sits bone. Maybe you just need a little help and you can just stick that pillow underneath the right side. So you're leaning into the right side just a little bit to try to keep the hips even. When one hip is up, there's a lot of stiffness. So you want to try to drop that right hip down and make sure that your right foot is flat on the mat the best you can. We're going to take a twist here. So we're just going to hug the right knee with the left arm, pulling that knee in towards the chest or left armpit. Take your right hand behind your back and look over your right shoulder, using that hand to help pull you deeper into this twist. Deep breathing in through the nose, and you can here breathe out through the nose or out through the mouth. It's up to you. 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale, come to center. And we're just going to take the left hand and, if you can, the right hand over to the inside of the thigh. So both hands are on your left side. Right knee is touching your right shoulder. Keep that right hip grounded. Twist and look over to the right. Lift your chest, press down through your right hip. You might feel a lot of movement in the lower back, or you may not feel movement and maybe you feel some stiffness moving out. Just send the breaths there. Inhale. 1. Exhale. Oh, my back just cracked. That was a good one. Breathing 2. Exhaling for 3. Inhale, arms up. You got it. Other side. Deeper twist. Now, before we were hugging the knee, now your left arm is to the outside of your thigh. Both hands. Try to keep that right foot flat. Look over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Exhale and release. Let's straighten the legs. Shake the feet out a little bit and fold forward. A nice easy forward fold. Let gravity do the work for you. There's a lot of different forward folds that may seem like they're the exact same when you first start practicing yoga, but once you get really into an evolved practice of yoga, you'll notice that not all forward bends are the same. In this one, we're just kind of letting the heaviness of the upper body melt down towards the legs to give us a stretch in the hamstrings, lower back and knees. But this is a gentle stretch. We're not forcing, we're not pulling on the feet. We're just softening the upper body and trying to keep the legs straight and the feet flexed. Deep breathing for 1, and let the torso melt down towards the legs with each exhale. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come all the way up. Now we're going to take our right leg across the body. Nope. Left leg across the body and tuck the right leg under. So we're going to do the opposite side. So your left knee is up, your left foot is flat on the mat. Take your right arm around your left knee. Take your left hand on the mat behind your back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, trying to press and ground that left sits bone. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale and come to center. Let's bring the hands to the right side for a twist in the lower back. Look over your right shoulder, ground down into that left sits bone, lift the chest. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale, release arms up. And bring your hands over to the left side. Look over your left shoulder. You can push your right arm into your left thigh if you'd like. Deep breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Another forward fold. We're just going to hold here. Reach forward or just let your arms come down by your legs. Bow your head. 3 slow, deep breaths. Let the weight of the upper body do the work for you. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, release. And we're going to come into hands and knees. So if you can cross your legs and roll forward onto the hands and knees, go ahead. If you can't do that, then get into the hands and knees position however is possible for you. So if you have pain in your knees, you're more than welcome to put that blanket or pillow underneath your knees to give you a little bit more comfort. Knees about hip width apart, hands underneath the shoulders, and we're just going to do this cat-cow to warm up the spine. So inhale, drop the belly, look up, exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back, chin to the chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Full movements. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can stay here on the pillow. If you're not using the pillow, just stay on your hands and knees. And we're going to be doing some glute strengthening and hip strengthening exercises. So bring your knees together so they're in the middle of your mat. Hands stay underneath the shoulders. We're going to take that right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Look forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Remember, squeeze the butt as you lift. Inhale, lift. Squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Bring it back to center. Other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Look forward. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. In through the nose. Out through the mouth or nose. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's rest in pose of the child. Sit on your heels. Reach your arms forward. Let your body sink down into the legs and bow your head towards the mat. If this is as far as you can go, just let your head hang. And if you can go farther, just relax here, holding for 3 slow, deep breaths about. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhaling, come back up to the hands and knees. Spread the knees hip width apart. Inhale, extend your right leg, point your toe. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow and suck that belly in, round your back, spreading between the shoulder blades. Inhale, arch, look up, kind of like the cat-cow, but with a leg movement. Exhale, chin to chest, suck it in. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, slow, thoughtful, but really deep movements. Stretch as far as you can on that inhale. Really engage as many muscles as you can on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Touch that knee to that elbow. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And bring the knees together. Rest in pose of the child for 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, come up to the hands and knees. Let's do the other side. So spread your knees hip width. Let's inhale, extend the leg, arch the back, look up. Suck that belly in, feel that belly stretch. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, strong core. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the glute when you inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And bring the knees together. Sit back onto the heels and rest in pose of the child. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Let's inhale, come up to the hands and knees. Now we're going to take our right foot and bring it to the front of the mat. It doesn't matter how you get there. We're going to walk those toes close to the front of the mat so that the knee is behind the ankle. And then come on up. See how my knee is slightly behind my ankle? Now we're going to bend into that right knee. And notice how my left knee moves far behind my left hip. And just come here and stretch as much as you can. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, curl the back toes and press out through the left heel. Lift the chest, hold for 3, squeeze your butt. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Drop the knee, bring the hands to the mat. Walk your right foot over towards the right side of your mat. Take your right arm to the inside and stay here, bringing your right knee next to your right shoulder, coming into a runner's lunge if you want to go deeper, dropping to your elbows if you even want to go a little bit deeper. But if you are just a beginner, this might be an intense enough pose for you. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. You can drop to the knee and slide that right leg back. Press it back and rest in pose of the child, holding here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come back up to the hands and knees, and then we're going to send the left foot forward. Walk the left foot as far forward as you can. That's not too uncomfortable, bringing that ankle in front of the left knee. And then come on up with the torso. Bring your hands to your thigh and then bend into that left knee. See how the right hip is way forward of the right knee. You can stay here or move to that runner's lunge, dropping those hips, trying to keep this thigh parallel to the floor. Breathing for 1, squeeze the butt. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale, bring it down. Walk your left foot over to the left side of your mat and bring your hands inside, touching the inside of your left knee to your left shoulder. Stay here, runner's lunge, or drop to the elbows. 3 deep breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Stepping that left leg back behind you and just simply pressing back into pose of the child. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Let's come on back up to the hands and knees. And we're going to curl the toes under, bring the hands by the knees. So if this is as far as you can go, you can barely bend your knees, you're just going to go walk it back. If you can come into a squat, we're going to walk it back. So basically, From the hands and knees, you're trying to lift the knees, press your hands back, and we're just going to slowly roll up to a standing position. And we're just going to do some basic poses to help open up the hips. Some of them are balancing postures. You can find a wall. If a wall helps you to balance, then go ahead and use it. Shift the weight of your body into your left leg and take the bottom of your right foot into your left ankle. If you can go higher, bring it to the calf or all the way up to the thigh. Bring your hands to your butt. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward as you try to pull your right knee back. Good. Breathing for 1. Squeeze those glutes. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Lift the knee and exhale, bring it down. Let's do the opposite side. Bring that left foot into the right ankle, calf, or thigh. Bring your hands to your glutes, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, pull your knee behind you. It's not going to go behind you. You're just working it in that direction. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. And exhale, release. Good. Okay, so we're going to do some like marching movements with breath to help work the glutes and to help loosen up the hips. So let's start at the back of the mat, and we're just going to inhale, take the knee up, pull it as high as you can, bring it out, exhale, drop it down, and then step forward with the left. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Good, all the way to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Inhale, out, exhale, down. All the way to the front of your mouth. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Inhale, out, exhale, down. Good. All right. So now we're going to just move the knees up and down without the hands. So before we're pulling that knee up in this last pose, now we're just going to bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, exhale, step back. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth or nose, step back. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back forward if you're at the back of your mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, we're going to move into some warrior poses. Warriors are great poses to open the hips and to work the glutes. So step out into a wide stance. And by wide, I mean if you reach your hands out to the sides, your feet come underneath your wrists. And we're going to start on the right side, which we normally do. So turn your right toes to the back of your mat and bend into your right knee. This is Warrior 2. Arms are extended. Your torso is facing the side. So you want to try to get your shoulders over your hips. As you sink down into Warrior 2, you're working to get this thigh, the bent knee thigh, parallel to the floor. And depending on where your muscles are stronger or weaker, you'll notice your knee pulling into the side or pushing out to the side, putting more weight on the outside of the foot. So you want to try to evenly distribute the weight by pressing straight down through the ankle, down into the foot, knee directly over the ankle. Arms extend, shoulders over hips, and then turn and look at your right hand. Press your left foot, that back foot firmly to the mat and a strong left leg. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Now keep the arms up, straighten your right leg, turn your feet to the other side. Same pose, left side. Keep that knee directly over the ankle. Try to get the left thigh parallel to the floor. Strong right leg, pressing that foot firmly to the earth. Shoulders over the hips and look to your left hand. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, straighten. Bring your hands to your waist and walk your feet a little bit closer together, but still a wide stance. Let's do a hamstring stretch here. So turn your toes in like they're pigeon-toed and exhale. Take a forward fold, bringing those hands onto the mat and lift the head, look forward, holding here. So what you're doing in this wide foot stretch is you're kind of tilting and arching the back, lifting the butt, trying to keep the hips over the ankles. You don't want to lean back or forward too much. You want to keep a nice, even stance and lift your head, look forward. Breathing for 1. Squeeze the kneecaps if you can. Engage the quadriceps, really squeezing those thigh muscles. 2. And 3. Now start to walk the hands back between the legs. And now bow your head down towards the mat, using your hands to push down and forward to pull your belly between your thighs. Deep breaths in, full exhales out for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. You can bend your knees a little bit as you inhale. Come on up to a standing position. And let's bring the feet a little bit closer together. So now we're going to bring the feet about hip width apart. We're going to step back with the right foot so that the left foot is forward, and just reach behind your back and grab for your elbows. Make sure you're not turning to the side. You want to make sure that your shoulders are directly over your hips. Your legs are as strong and as straight as you can make them. And we're going to fold over the left leg, really getting deep into that left hamstring. Working the belly to the left thigh. Look at your left toe. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Lift the head, slowly push into the feet to come up with straight legs. And let's step forward with the right foot and step back with your left foot to do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold towards that right leg. Look at your right toe, strong, straight legs. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Lift the head. Inhale, come on up slowly. And exhale, step it back to the top of your mat. Good. Now let's take the feet wide, wider than hip width, maybe even wider than shoulder width. And we're going to bend the knees. Turn your feet out. You got it. We're going to move into a squat. So only go as far as you can. If you want to stick a block up underneath your butt to help you, you can go ahead and do that. Come on down, knees out or knees in. Just go slowly till you come into the best squat that you can. And if you can't get as low as me, you can always put a block or 2 underneath your butt so you're sitting with your knees above your hips. That's really what we're working towards, is just getting the knees above the hips. And then wherever you are, bring your hands to heart center. Push your arms into your thighs. Lift your chest, press your knees into your arms. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Now, if you're in a squat, just come on down to your butt. And if you're using those blocks or pillow to help you, just rest on down to your butt and bring the bottoms of your feet together for Bada Konasana, bound angle pose. So as you bring the bottoms of the feet together, bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet, gently press your elbows into your thighs. Now, if this is really difficult and you can't get those knees down or there's a lot of real discomfort, bring the blocks or pillows underneath your legs to help support you. And over time, you can pull those blocks farther and farther away until you don't need them anymore. And then pull that belly towards your heels. Pull your chin towards the front of your mat, holding here for 3. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, come on up, and we're gonna do our first seated deep hamstring stretch. So bring your right foot into your left thigh so that your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Turn and square your shoulders over your left leg. If you can't reach your foot with your hands, grab a towel or strap, wrap it around the bottom of your foot, and pull yourself so that you can work your belly to your left thigh. No matter where you are, look at your left toe. Press down into your right sits bone. Feel that stretch in the lower back on the right side as well as in the left hamstring. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, lift your head, and exhale, release. Take that right foot and place it on top of your left thigh. Make sure it's flexed if you have stiffness in your knees and hips. This is the beginning stages of half lotus. So eventually we want to work, all yogis want to be able to sit in lotus comfortably for long periods of time. So you just want to bring your foot on the thigh and let the knee drop down. Stay here and breathe, or if you need to, place that block right underneath the knee to give you some support. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Extend the right leg. Let's bring that left foot into the right thigh so the legs are at a 90-degree angle. And then go ahead, use the strap if you need to, or just grab your hands around the bottom of your right foot and bow your head to your knee. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, go ahead and bring that left foot onto the right thigh. Flex the foot, hold it there. Use that block. You need some support to hold the knee up. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale and release. Straighten the legs. Now we're going to take a different forward fold, a more intense forward fold than we did earlier. Before we just sat and let the upper body do the work for us. Now we're going to make a more active forward fold with the body. So use that strap If you don't need a strap, go ahead and grab the outsides of the hands. Sorry, the outsides of the feet with the hands. Inhale, head up. Exhale, pull. Now you're pulling yourself into this pose to deepen it. Deep breaths, breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, come on up, and exhale. We're going to lay down. If you need that pillow, keep it close by. You can use it for your head or your shoulders or upper back. So gently roll on down to your back. And the first thing we're going to do when we get there is bend the knees and just give the back a little massage. So just roll around, massage your back. Especially that lower back area, just rocking from side to side. And bring the feet down. We're going to do a nice stretch for the glute and the lower back. I love this pose. Straighten your left leg, point your toes. Take your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Pull your knee in just a little bit. And then go ahead and pull that knee over to the left side as you turn your head and look to your right side. Keep breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Inhale, bring the knee up, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, take the left knee over to the right side. Reach and look over your left shoulder towards your left hand. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, bring it up. Bring the knees into the chest. Again, rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. You can make little circles, whatever feels good to you. Bring your feet flat. Take your right leg and place your right ankle on top of your left thigh and lift your left leg up. Notice how this left leg is bent at 90 degrees. Right hand goes between the legs. The left hand comes to the outside of the thigh, and we're going to interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. And then push your right knee away. Both feet are flexed. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Release, switch sides. Pull it in with the hands, press it away with the left elbow. Deep breathing for 1. Breathing 2. And 3. Exhale, release. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring the bottoms of your feet together as you open your knees down and out to the sides. Press your hands into your inner thighs. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Now would be a good time to get that pillow because we're going to be moving into Shavasana next. So just relax here. Lift the chest. Shoulder blades tuck under. And after 3 breaths or more, go ahead and straighten your legs and bring your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes and let the body melt down into the earth. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And let the body move into stillness. Challenge the body to be still for just a few moments. You spend your whole day moving about. Even if you're sitting, you're moving in a chair about, squirming. Let just stillness and softness overcome the body. Let a quiet, peaceful mind exist in this moment for you. Enjoying the right here and right now. And then when you're ready, start to take a deep breath in, awakening the body. Gently wiggling your fingers and toes. Turn your head from side to side, loosening your neck. And stretch your arms over your head, bringing the arms by the ears like it is your first morning stretch. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Rolling on over to one side when you're ready. And pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Where you will bring your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today and giving yourself the gift of your yoga practice. And I thank you for sharing your yoga practice here with me. May you go with peace. Namaste.